right, well, good morning. Thanks for coming today. Um, so when we first sit down to meditate, the very first thing that we do is we establish our motivation. So we'll just take a moment now to let go of whatever kind of morning we've had, whatever kind of week we've had. We can just let that go and come into our body here in our cushions and center ourselves in our heart and our intention for our practice. And we can generate compassion for all sentient beings and give rise to the bodhicitta, which is the compassionate wish to free all sentient beings from suffering. So let's take a moment to give rise to compassion, thinking kindly of all beings who are suffering just like us. And then we'll say the 7-line prayer, which is the one here in Tibetan. And you're welcome to just read along with it in English or whatever you'd like. We're going to say this 3 times. This is a prayer to Guru Rinpoche, who is the second Buddha, or he's called the second Buddha, and he brought Buddhism to Tibet. And we're praying for his blessings. Organ yogi num jansam, pemage sardompola, yatsen chogi ngodrupne, pema jungne jesura, kordu kandro mangpo kor, ketki jesu dag drupki, Jinji lok chia shek su sol, Guru Pema Siddhi Hom. Organ yogi num jansam, Pema ge sardompola, Yatsen chogi ngodrupne, Pema jungne jesudra. Kordu kandro mangpo kor, ketki jesu dak drupki, jinji lok chia shek su sol, Guru Pema Siddhi Hom. Organ yogi num jansam, Pema ge sardompola, Yatsen chogi ngodrupne, Pema jungne jesudra, kordu kandro mangpo kor, ketki jesu dak drupki, jinji lok chia shek su sol, Guru Pema Siddhi Hom. Right. So the meditation that we'll be doing today is called Shamatha meditation, or calm abiding meditation. And this meditation trains our mind to be calm and relaxed while also being alert and wakeful. And the point of this meditation is to create space in the mind. So normally our minds are very reactive, or kind of like just like a rubber ball bouncing off of everything that happens to us, or I don't know, I kind of think we're kind of like a buzzing beehive, or like anything like rattles the beehive. It's like, zzz, very reactive to anything that happens in our life. So when we have more spaciousness in our mind, we're not so reactive. There's more, that space helps us to balance our emotions. So then, like if you've had it happen, or sometimes like, I don't know, you spill your coffee, or, you run into traffic or something like that. And some days it just like ruins your day and you get very reactive about it. And then sometimes it's just like, oh, well, or you laugh, oh, I'm such a klutz. I spilled my coffee, and it's not a big deal because you have more space in your mind in that moment. And so, but that spaciousness, we don't have that consistently. It's kind of just luck if we happen to feel spacious in any moment. So this practice stabilizes us with that. It stabilizes our mind, creating, the ability for us to have that spaciousness, have that feeling of equanimity regularly. And then also this spaciousness in our mind is the first step in the development of bodhicitta, which is the compassionate wish to free all sentient beings from suffering. So when we're so reactive and we're really like wrapped up in our own experience and, this is affecting me and I'm reacting to it. But then when we have more spaciousness, we can allow other people into our circle of concern. And we have room for that. We have room to consider others. So that spaciousness is so important so we can give rise to compassion. So we'll take a comfortable seat. And you can do this meditation sitting in a chair or sitting cross-legged. So we'll sit up straight on our cushion. However you're sitting, you want to have a stable base. You want to feel grounded in your seat. You're going to sit up straight. Spine is stacked like a stack of coins. And your shoulders are back. So we've got like so we're like straight and alert, with our posture. Shoulders are back. We've got some openness around our elbows are out. So there's some openness around our rib cage, and this gives us room to breathe. So we're not collapsed in on ourselves. We're sitting up and open. And then in our tradition, we meditate with the eyes open also. So we look downwards. You can imagine a line going down the bridge of your nose, down to the ground, and just find a place along that line where it's comfortable to rest your gaze. And then lastly, place the tip of your tongue right behind your front teeth. It's like saying the letter L. And allow yourself to relax completely and breathe normally. And just settle into our natural rhythm of breathing. And sometimes it feels like as soon as you try to do that, you feel like you've never breathed before. You're like, how do I breathe? So you can just, if you're feeling tense in your breath, you can just do a big out breath, like, and that resets your breathing into a more natural rhythm. So we'll just settle into our natural rhythm of breath, not trying to control it at all. We'll place a light attention on our breathing, just the most gossamer thin attention on our breath. It's like taking your pulse. You don't put any pressure on it, just observe it. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. And as you meditate, it's normal for thoughts to come up. And when they do, just let them pop like bubbles, let them go like bubbles popping on the surface of a pond. You can just let them pop. You don't even look to see what they are. Our meditation is not lost by hearing our thoughts, but by following them down the road. So when you notice that you've left your breath and you're following a thought along, just drop it. Drop the thought and return to your breath. And if it's really difficult for you to dismiss your thoughts, you can imagine cutting them up with scissors and throwing them away, or picking them up with tongs and dropping them. But you always drop the thought and return to that single pointed concentration. So we're going to just meditate for 5 minutes for our first round of meditation. So we'll just return again and again to that gossamer thin attention on your breath. All right, so that's our first round of meditation. How was that for you? So when we're meditating, it's normal also to, we have a thought. It's kind of our normal habit to chase our thoughts, and then sometimes to like analyze them or see like, oh, I wonder why I thought that, or like, we're noting, wanting to remember something for later, or like, why did I make that? You want to analyze it. That's the following the thought. Sometimes we can like trick ourselves into thinking like, I'm not following the thought. I'm just like, I'm analyzing the nature of the thought. I just want to know like what's going on. Like, I don't know. We make up excuses, but but we're not doing any of that. We're not analyzing. It's not the time for analysis at all right now. So, so anytime we are distracted from our breath, whether it's chasing our thoughts or just distracted by things going on in our environment. We've got a very peaceful room today. Sometimes there's, yesterday I had a lot of construction sounds outside. So, sometimes there's stuff going on in our environment or in our body. If you've got like allergies or a sore knees or anything like that, that can all be, so many things that can distract us during our meditation. So no matter what the distraction is, the antidote to that distraction is just letting it go and coming back to the breath. And we just do that over and over again. So we'll do a longer sit now. Do you have any questions before we sit for a little longer? Okay. Very great. So we'll come back to our meditation posture. Our back is straight. Our hands are relaxed in our lap. Eyes are open, looking downwards. Tongue is just behind the front teeth. And allow yourself to relax completely and breathe normally. And place a very light attention on your breathing. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. So sometimes when we meditate, some of those thoughts that we try to let go of are especially sticky sometimes. And it's important to have compassion for ourselves with that, and also humor, and to just, we're one of the things we're doing with this practice is practicing, non-judgment. We're being non-judgmental towards our thoughts, but also towards ourselves. We're not, if this is difficult to do, it's just because it's not our habit. It's not our habit to meditate. It's our habit to chase our thoughts. So of course we want to chase our thoughts, because that's what we do all of the time and what we've done our whole lives. So, so we don't want to be discouraged when it's difficult to bring our mind back and rest our mind on our breath. And we're kind of like puppies. It's just like, of course, the puppy's peeing on the rug. That's what puppies do. Like, it's just, you just take them outside again and again and again until they learn to pee outside. Like, it's just, you have to train yourself into a habit. And it takes a very long time, because then we get off our cushion and we go about our lives and we go chase our thoughts for the rest of our day. And so we're always like practicing the opposite. But Yogi Mingyur Rinpoche says that, when we're meditating, when we make friends with our mind when we meditate. And and what do we do with friends? We laugh with them. And so when our minds are, we're making friends with our mind, we're offering it, a non-judgmental attitude. So we're not judging our mind for doing what it does. And we laugh with it because we're making friends with it. So it's doing its thing, that's my habit. And we can laugh with each other about it, that's what our minds do. And you just come back to your breath. So it's so healing to have that non-judgmental space too. I feel like if you've ever had a friend that offers you real like non-judgment, it's so healing to just be seen without judgment. So offering that to ourselves in this practice is also just very healing, I think. So we're just going to do one last little short meditation to just round out our practice for the day. And then we'll say our dedication prayers. All right, so we come back to our meditation posture with our straight back, relaxed body. Eyes are open, gazing downwards, and tongue is just behind the front teeth. Breathing naturally, put the most gossamer-thin attention on our breath. And return again and again to the gossamer-thin attention on your breath. right. So then at the end of our practice, we say dedication prayers so that whatever virtue that we've created by doing this practice, we give it all away. Give it all away to all beings. So we're going to say these dedication prayers together and pull them up for those online. Okay. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice, and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have, similarly I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. Right. So that's our meditation class for today. And next weekend, our weekend schedule is shifting. So this is so next weekend on Sunday, the schedule starts at 10 a.m. with teaching from Jetsuma online. And then at 11:30, Kempo Karze is going to be leading a meditation class here from like 11:30 to 12. And then he'll give a short talk and with a Q&A. And then we'll end with like a short visualization practice on Chenrezig, the Buddha of compassion, like a little 15-minute visualization practice. And so you're welcome to come to that next weekend. That'll be our new Sunday schedule, and it's intended to be family friendly. So I don't know. Also, if you're online, you're welcome to come in person, bring your kids. And I will be. I'd like there to be other kids there, please. And Saturday, our schedule's changing too. So next Saturday, we'll start a new Saturday schedule, which will be 11 a.m. meditation. And that meditation class will be this stabilizing the mind meditation, as well as Tonglen, sending and receiving meditation, which is a compassion meditation. And then Jetsuma's light expansion prayer, which is also a meditation on compassion. So it'll be like meditations to stabilize your mind and open your heart. So it'll be 11 a.m. on Saturdays, followed by Ryo Sangchud, which is a smoke offering practice. It's pretty short. It's like 20 minutes. And that's a really, really beautiful practice as well. So, yeah.
While the Shakyamuni altar is being...
Yes, and the Shakyamuni altar cleaning is next weekend as well at 8:30 on Saturday. So we take down all of the bowls and statues and we polish everything. So is it just bowls this time or statues?
It's statues this time.
Statues this time?
Take the
Okay.
statues down, dust them with a brush, and then
Yeah.
oil and dust the altar itself. So it involves people climbing to get to the top of statues. And we have tables, so that'll be this side and then the meditation on this side, right?
Yeah.
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 So.
Yeah. So big day next Saturday. Yeah, and then also during the month of February, we are doing our annual meditation challenge. So every February, we offer a meditation challenge, which is just encouraging you to meditate for 5 minutes a day. And the challenge is commit to meditating 5 minutes a day through the month of February. And then by the end of February, you've got a meditation practice. Like you have the habit. And so throughout the month on social media, we're posting like teachings on meditation and explainer videos and guided meditations and quotes about meditation and just different resources to support meditation practice. So if you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, then you can see that as well. So yeah, so thanks for coming today.